Hi students, today we will discuss about switching techniques. First we will start with the definition of the switching. Basically switching means finding the best route for transferring the data from the sender to the receiver, particularly in a large network. Generally, switching in computer network helps in deciding the best route for data transmission if there are multiple paths in a larger network. For example, if take internet, there are multiple paths exist between the source and the destination, and switching helps in deciding the best route for data transmission. Since big network like internet, there are multiple paths and it should also provide one-to-one connection. So we have seen what is switching. Now we will see what are the various techniques in switching. Basically, switching techniques are classified into three types: circuit switching, message switching, and packet switching. And packet switching is categorized into datagram approach and virtual circuit approach. We will understand one by one in detail. First, we will start with circuit switching. In circuit switching, there is always dedicated path that is established between the sender and the receiver. It means between the sender and the receiver there will be a dedicated path. Before data transfer, connection will be established first. It means before data is transferred, we have to establish the connection. Once the connection is made, then only data transfer begins. For example, telephone network. Telephone network is well-known example for circuit switching. So sender first dial the number. Once the connection is established, then they can talk to each other. So dialing the number and establishing the circuit is started in the first phase. Then the data transfer happens. Basically, circuit switching has three phases. Number 1, connection establishment. Number 2, data transfer. Number 3, circuit disconnection. So if you observe here, before data transfer, connection is established. That is what mentioned here. So before data transfer, connection will be established first. We will see in an example. It will be helpful you to understand the concept in a better way. So example of circuit switching. So in this example, let's see there is a big network. Phase number 1 is dealing with connection establishment. Suppose he is sender and he is receiver. So phase number 1 is the establishing the connection. This green line requires that is connection, that is establish the connection between sender and the receiver. Suppose if sender has to message is to transmit. Before the message gets transferred, we see that is the connection is already established. After the connection is established, the data transfer happens. So this is what circuit switching is. So before data can happen, the circuit or the connection is established. So all the communication uses this channel or this connection. On this connection is resolved between sender and the receiver after phase number 2. Now comes phase number 3. So phase number 3 means connection disconnection. Now if you observe, the green lines are removed. It means connection get terminated. This is what circuit switching is. So far we have seen what is circuit switching, and this is first technique in switching technique. Now we will see second switching technique is message switching. In message switching, it uses store and forward mechanism. It means the message is transferred as a complete unit or single unit and forwarded using store and forward mechanism at the intermediary node. Suppose if understand this point clearly, just wait for the example. Suppose if sender wants to send a big data, and this big data cannot be transferred in a single stretch. So it is broken into individual entities or pieces, and each of these pieces are transmitted to the intermediary node. These intermediary nodes receive all the small pieces and construct the full message. After getting that full message or complete unit, then only it forward the data. This is what message switching is. We will see in an example now. It will be clear for you. So example for message switching. Suppose if this is sender, this is receiver. Sender once is sends the message. This is message, this big message broken into individual pieces, and finally all the individual pieces are collected and stored here. After getting the complete message, then comes to the forward phase. So first it is stores all the pieces and then forwards the complete message store and it is forwarded. This is an example for message switching. If you observe the message, reached receiver now. So in previous slide we have seen third point, that is message switching is not suitable for streaming media and real-time application. So for example, if you sender is sending real-time communication to people talking over voice over rise before, so we can't expect the intermediary node to collect all the data that is sent by the person and forward it, because it is real-time communication. For real-time communication, message switching cannot be used. So for streaming media like real-time communication or line data transfer, or for real-time application, message switching technique will not be suitable. So far we have seen circuit switching and message switching. Now we will move on to the third switching technique, that is packet switching. So the internet is a packet switched network. Here the message is broken into individual chunks. So and each of these chunks are called as packets. This is like a message switching where message is broken into individual chunks called as packets. And here is the difference between packet switching and message switching. In packet switching, each packet is sent individually. Suppose if big message is broken into 5 pieces and each of these 5 pieces can be sent individually. So if each of these 5 pieces can be sent individually, each of these pieces should have some information that uniquely identify the source and the destination. Each packet will have source and destination IP address. We will also have sequence number. So because we will very well that each packet sent individually. So any packets may be received the destination in any order. So we need to reorder the packets, and sequence numbers will help the receiver to reorder the packets. Also, packet is missing. These sequence will help to detect the missing packets, and at the same time these sequence number will help to the receiver to send acknowledgement. So for example, if packet number 5 is received, it will send packet number 5 is received as an acknowledgement to the sender. In case packet number 6 is not received by the destination, it will not send any acknowledgement to the sender. So sender will wait for the acknowledgement for certain period of time. So no acknowledgement is received for the packet number 6. It understands packets may be lost, so it is retransmit the packet. Sequence number will help the receiver to reorder the packets and to detect the missing packets and send acknowledgement. Basically, packet switching has two approaches. We will see what are the two approaches in packet switching. These are two approaches to packet switching: datagram approach and virtual circuit approach. Let's see datagram approach now. So datagram approach switching is known as connectionless switching. It means each independent entity is called as datagram. So if the message broken into 5 pieces, each of these 5 pieces are called as datagrams. Each datagram contains destination information. Each datagram contains destination information, and the intermediary devices uses this information. Which information? Destination information to forward a datagram to the right destination. Suppose if original message broken into 5 datagram, each datagram have destination information, and this destination information will help the intermediary device to forward the datagram to the right destination. So in this case, each datagram will take different route. It means path is not fixed here. So path is not fixed here, and unlike circuit switching, path is not fixed in the datagram approach. Who take this routing decision or forwarding decision? It is responsible for intermediate nodes take the routing decision and forwarding decision to forward the packet to the right destination. So let's see an example to understand easily. So this is sender and this is receiver. So now let us assume that original message is broken into 4 datagrams. Datagram 1, datagram 2, 3, 4. Now if you observe, datagram 1 is going this way and datagram 2 is taking this path. Now datagram 1 is going this way, whereas datagram 2 is taking a different route. If you observe, the datagram 1 is using a different way which is not used by datagram 2, and this is not used by datagram 3. If you observe here, datagram 4 is most faster than datagram 3. 1, 2, 4 and 3 is the order of datagram that are received, but receiver knows how to reorder this because each datagram has sequence number. So this sequence number will help the ordering process easily. So now reordering is done by the receiver and is construct the message, original message, as like it was sent by the sender. So this is an example for packet switching and datagram approach. We have one more approach in packet switching, that is virtual circuit approach. Virtual circuit approach or switching is also known as connection oriented switching. So in this previous case, that the datagram approach, it is connectionless, where every individual datagrams taken different route, but here in this case, virtual circuit switching, a pre-planned route is established before the message are sent. It means before sending the messages, some route is decided using some virtual circuit identifier. So there will be a virtual circuit identifier followed in the scheme, and this route is divided before the data are sent. Call request and call accept packets are used to establish the connection between sender and receiver. So in this approach, the path is fixed for the duration of the logical connection. In the previous technique, that is the datagram approach, the path is not fixed, but still it is a packet switching technique. But here, this virtual circuit approach, the path is fixed for a duration of logical connection. So we will see an example. So virtual circuit approach. In case if this is sender and this is receiver, you can see this is a logical connection path that is established, and data transfer is happening only through this way. Packet number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, all these packets are travel in those routes only, and after data transfer process is over, then connection gets terminated. If the same two computers or same two nodes wants to exchange data, we can't guarantee that same route will be taken for the next data transfer also, and route will be decided based on the availability. So these informations are comes under switching technique. So that's it guys. Thank you.